how did you guys meet?
So we met through a mutual friend, one of his volleyball buddies. And we met at it was kind of like a pregame before going out together. And I think the first thing that I really enjoyed about him was that he was very into science like myself. So that's kind of how we first really connected. But yeah, from there, we just kind of clicked. And we pretty much knew quickly that we were going to.
Well, that was my next question. Like, were you immediately drawn and interested in him, or did it take a little bit?
I was immediately. So when I first met him, I thought he actually came with a girl, and so I was more so telling myself, I was like, "Oh, I think he's really cute." I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's like really into science." I was like, "But don't look at him. You can't no." And then I found out later on that night that he was not spoken for, and so we met the day before his birthday. So at midnight, we had our first kiss on his birthday. So, yeah.
So would you say there was a lot of chemistry between you two?
There was very much a lot of chemistry.
We got my two scientists. Who made the first move then for that kiss? Was it you or him?
Yes, please tell me.
Mitch is the kind of guy that makes the first move, so he was very much the more dominant one in that regard. Which
Taking charge, Mitchie.
Yes, I loved it.
When you guys met, did he know that you had been on a TV show? Did he know that you'd been on Paradise?
He knew elements of it just because his friend that introduced us, he was supposed to be on Claire's season of The Bachelorette. And so he was in that kind of Bachelor world. So because of that, he knew that we had met through that. And so he knew a little bit of it. He has still never seen it, and I encourage him not to watch it. But
tell him he's not missing anything.
Yeah, I mean, we might one day, but it's just weird to watch yourself and just other people. I just don't want to do that. So
I will say though, I would say if he's gonna watch anything, he should do The Bachelor. And you were so fun. I remember the first. I want to say it was either the first night or the first big official rose ceremony after night one. You were one of the very first people I ever talked to. We hit it off right away. We sat down. You had this beautiful necklace. I remember that your mom had made you, and we started talking about her jewelry. But then one of these rose ceremonies, you started bringing out the taxidermy. And I remember being like, I love this girl. She's so unique. You just were so fun. Just such a breath of fresh air. You kind of reminded me of some of my friends back in Minnesota. And so we just hit it off, and I don't even know where I'm going with this other than how much I love you. But I was going to say he should watch, if he's going to watch any season of you, watch The Bachelor, because I feel like you just see more of you too. You were on for basically the entire season. And I just, gosh.
Those were fun times. Yeah, that was when it was definitely very much taxidermy focused, which was hilarious. I made taxidermy for the first time on that season, which was fun. So
I just remember you walking around with the little chick on your shoulder.
Oh, Ping, my little dog.
Yeah. Ping. Oh yeah, the dog. And then
he traveled everywhere with me. Yeah.
Wait, do you still have him?
I do. Yeah. Well, Ping and Pong. So I have two little ducks. I left them back home because bringing animals across lines of countries is very difficult. So I got away with it, surprisingly, when I was on the show. But
and you took him everywhere. We were in Paris. We went to Italy.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Peru.
Has Mitch met Ping and Pong?
He has. Yeah, Mitch has met all my taxidermy, and they all have names as scary as that sounds. I'm aware of it.
Has he made any taxidermy with you?
He has not. So we've discussed the taxidermy. We're both very interested in having a study in our future home. And we're a study with bookshelves with a bunch of books we've collected and taxidermy all around. So it will reside in a cool area.
I love that.
But
I feel
he's cool with it.
You're describing how my house was when my dad was still around, because he would hunt and fish. And so we had the fish and the ducks and the deer antlers and the geese and all the things. And I love it. It's a good vibe.